Out of nowhere, we've announced a signing that no one saw coming. We are now set to welcome Renato Veiga to Chelsea Football Club, with the player now set to sign a contract taking him to 2032. This is a player that we've invested a lot of time into scouting over the course of 8 months. We're signing him from FC Basel. Is he our replacement for Calafiori? We have to understand that we are signing a project player. We are signing a player we feel we can mold to suit our vision of football. I think it's a bit lazy to compare Calafiori and Veiga's time at Basel, because Calafiori played as a left back a lot of times and Veiga's played mostly as a DM. But with the video I'm making today, I'm not here to tell you that we've signed our next first team star. We've signed a player that's better than Calafiori. I'm not here to create false expectations. Instead, I'm here to have a conversation about the attributes that excite the football club and the attributes that have made us fork out money for him right now, as we feel like there is a player here for the future. And let's hope that over the course of 12 to 24 months, we see some exciting development in Renato Veiga, because raw attribute wise, there is a lot to like here and there is a lot that can be worked on. So my friends, I hope you guys enjoy the video. If you're excited by the signing, if you believe in the potential, hit that like button for Renato Veiga. Sit back and relax and let's dissect how his game is. Now, Renato Veiga has a ton of exciting attributes to his game. 6'3", the guy is a unit. He can play football, he's versatile. I mean, he's got a lot of exciting things that I can see why we've taken a low risk in that sense to buy him now. Examples like this, he played a lot of games in midfield for FC Basel. Look at his orientation then to receive. Receiving on the sideline, that means that he can play forward a lot easier. And his head's up because he's looking to play that pass between the space left by the opposition's fullback and defender. And the rate of pass right here with that reverse ball, great pass. And something should have come from there. And these are the type of passing moves we're going to see a lot more of under Maresca for next season. So I'm seeing that synergy. When I look at players we're linked with, I'm thinking, how do they synergize with what Maresca wants from the team for next season? But moments like this here, look at the position he was in. He's just come from like the left zone of the pitch. He's proactive. He's getting ready to engage to stop that pass going forward for the opposition. And great slide tackle, great awareness, great anticipation. That is good play right there to spot that and kind of nullify that move. But see right here, look how advanced he is, getting ready to engage further up the field. This is why I believe in the club's vision of him being this inverted player for the team. Because if we remember Cucurella's game near the end of last season, there was a lot of times he was making those underlapping runs. Sometimes the overlap, sometimes he's getting further forwards, into the opposition's half. And when you're playing that inverted role, I just see it as you have the whole left zone to play with. And I think this will complement the best traits in Veiga's game. But details like this, I like. Let me just rewind that back ever so slightly to explain why I like these details. Look at his body position here. Okay, it's a counter attack now. If he stays like that, there's a very high chance he gets beaten quite easily. But look at his next action. Boom. Simple, small, but yet effective, and it shows how he's thinking under pressure. That's what I like, because he's now adjacent to his man and essentially he's trying to funnel the opposition winger into the areas that he wants to dominate him in. He wants to make that tackle. Look at his footwork, short steps. He's not selling his next move. He's under control in that area, closes the space down, and boom, sticks his left leg out to win that. Not the cleanest tackle, obviously he's young, but it's more about the thinking under pressure in these areas, right? But again, proactive. Look how strong he is. Like, a lot of times I feel like he could acclimatize physically to the Premier League. I think we need like a few games just to get used to the tempo. It's normal for every single player, we can't forget that. But this is what I mean by those translatable qualities that I think Maresca can benefit from, because he's going to expect that inverted fullback to produce those types of actions. Veiga has had a lot of promise coming through the ranks of Sporting Club's academy. They have so many talents coming through. Not everyone can get the game time they need, but he's a player that clubs from Italy, Germany, the Prem, I know Burnley came close to signing him last season. Many clubs have been looking at him, and you can see why, right? Anyway, that's good play right here. You can see why he's played like a few games at left back. one of the best qualities of his game is that long range passing. I mean, look, from this area right here, if he can develop this where over the course of a few seasons as he matures, this is like this could be a proper weapon for us in the future, right? This type of quality delivery from deep on the fields. And hopefully, you know, when we have these types of players that like to time their runs in behind, you need players in deeper positions that have that quality in their range passing to find players. That's how you can create opportunities. This is a great cross to the far post. Great cross to the far post. And again, a nice little reverse ball against the second time you've seen him play that action. This is what I mean. Aerially, this guy is going to be a monster for us. Like, when I look at this guy, I'm not thinking to myself, oh yeah, right now, he's going to be our star player. I'm thinking to myself, give this guy like 1 to 3 years, he could be like a proper weapon. He could be like a real quality football player. Like, the ambition with some of the passing is not just sideways. I think maybe playing DM for Basel was probably the best thing for him. We're seeing examples where he's dropping into defense, and look at that pass over the top, bro. That is a sick quality pass, the weight of pass behind that. And he is like technically, I mean, statistically, in the top 3 percentages for long balls for midfield players in Europe. So you can see how his long range passing was a real weapon for Basel last season. And I feel like playing this inverted role, he'll have those opportunities from deep to be able to utilize that passing for the team. But again, he's got a bit of flair to him. I know he's like a bit of a brute, but the drag backs, the little like flicks, and the little Panenka, I mean, when you're doing things like that, it tells you how comfortable you feel, right? And I think that, you know, you can probably say he's completed the Swiss League. I don't think he needs more than one season there. I think it's a big step up though from the Swiss League to the Prem. But, you know, we've spent a lot of time scouting him, and maybe there is something here. And listen, I feel like you can have like a conversation about the pros and cons from the new ownership. I like to talk about both. There've been a lot of pros in terms of the players we've signed. You know, your Nikos, your Gustos, you know, even your Estevals, your Paezes. Come on, these guys have done quite a lot right in terms of looking at the profiles of players we need and getting them. And, you know, I'm seeing a lot of these like good qualities here that I'm already liking. I mean, just like things like the positioning in which he's receiving the ball, how he's turning. And look at that pass right now. It's like driven, it's fast, it's quick. It's a pass that quickly connects the field. How many times already in this compilation have you seen him attempt that ball to quickly find the striker? If you're Nico Jackson, you might think to yourself, finally, you know, all these runs I make where I never get found, hopefully I'm going to get some good service for next season. Nice skill, flick over the top. Oh, just brush aside the opposition player, and then sometimes these comms don't show you the full action. But yeah, this pitch is absolutely mad. Wow. Great pass. There's like great accuracy behind them. I mean, just look. These are some super balls. Like this guy, like I said, probably his best quality is this long range passing. You know, a lot of times with Maresca's football, he creates these direct opportunities for like, you know, teammates to find the wingers, you know what I mean? To play the ball into the striker quickly. And I think to really take advantage of that, you need a guy who's not afraid to play over the top with that confidence and that assurance, right? I mean, what a ball that is. What, like, I'm not gonna lie, maybe because I'm an English fan, I think we love a player that can like play direct balls, hit those long balls, play those not long balls, long passes. These are long passes. He's not just smacking it into an area of the field, hoping someone's going to win that. This is like, you know, measured stuff. Everything's under control, and it's the execution of what he's trying to pull off that really impresses me. See what I mean? He's got that little skill, and he's got the upper body strength, I think, that can help him win a few second balls. You know, a lot of times we haven't won all those second balls at times, and they're the little like intangible details that make a difference, right? Yeah, this guy, bro, he can really play a long pass, can't he? Yes, there's a bit more space in, you know, playing in a weaker league, but naturally, you're going to have a bit more space regardless when you are that deep in the fields. Let's keep things real. So that's not something I'm going to like easily dismiss. Again, once his body's in front of the man, I feel like he's the type of guy I'm going to have like a lot of confidence in to win those physical duels and battles. That left foot, man. Like, it's like the variety of the technique in his passing too, but when it comes to playing forward, he can do that. You know, he's doing like 2 take-ons a game statistically. Oh, nice little like step over. He's still carrying that. Okay, nice switch ball here to change the direction of the attack. Bro, this is some superb passing. Don't you, like, I'm not just gassing it. Like, just because maybe you're like a great passer, like that could be one of your best attributes. It doesn't mean that your overall game as a football player is levels. I think we know the distinction, but I like to just praise like those particular attributes I see in players that I think are really that good and really that impressive. And I think the range passing, I knew this guy was spamming them for days, but the variety, the pace of the ball, I like that. It's like those dipping crosses too. Nothing's floaty, nothing's like hovering in the air, slowing the play down. It's just measured, it's quick, it's fast, it's effective. Oh, nice little make there. But again, he's not afraid to carry that ball forwards. Bro, it's just too easy for him. It's literally too easy for him. I'm hoping I'm not going to see Mudryk and your Sterlings just like wasting these opportunities at left wing. That's the only thing, right? You know, Mudryk's inability to consistently control the ball, it can be frustrating when you think that this is a player that could be really benefiting from receiving this type of service, right? Ball over the top. Striker runs onto that. Yep. Nice little skill there. Under control, nice composed play. Obviously, there's always going to be some limits behind doing full justice with these analyses because, come on, comps are going to show your best moments. You know, let's not fool ourselves into thinking that this is someone that will just instantly become the next star in the Premier League. Oh, what a free kick. This is a mad free kick. Them curlers. Am I expecting them to translate this immediately in the Prem? No. But like when you see what these guys can do when they're at their best in like weaker divisions, I think to myself, okay, when you've had more time to acclimatize to the Prem, when you're that comfortable, when you develop more, can you showcase even more of what you've been showing at a youth level? You know what I mean? That's how I kind of see things with how players develop. But look how deep he is right here. What, a 70-yard ball over the top. I mean, bro, he could give Enzo a run for his money with these long balls. Oh, that's all I'm saying. He's got that type of potential. Mad. I mean, obviously the leagues, like the quality is a lot weaker. We know this. But bro, look how deep he is and look at the accuracy and the execution behind these actions. Here he is in midfield. Gets his, you know, again, he's a bit of a, if there's one thing he can work upon, he can be a bit Caicedo-ish in terms of being a bit crazy with the tackles sometimes. Picking up unnecessary bookings, you know what I mean? I feel like when you're a player like this, it's just like what Mikel had to do eventually as Mikel develops. Learn to use your body to win the ball. You know what I mean? Like, I think if you're an N'Golo Kante and you're like 5'7", whatever, you have that advantage where you can like, you know, win these types of tackles that maybe taller players can't because you can like nick your legs in every now and then. But I feel like for someone like this, as you develop, trust your physicality. Use that more, you know? That's what I want to see. Because how often last season did we put ourselves under pressure and concede goals from unnecessary corners being given away, free kicks being given away? It's been one of the, you know, things that's been like not that patterned in our game, and it does kind of show the youthfulness in the team, obviously because we're investing in signing so many young players. But yeah, even from like dead ball situations, he can find his man over the top. I mean, he's got a lot of quality on the ball, this guy. I wish there was more examples where we could see his defending. I mean, obviously winning a few tackles on the counter-attack doesn't showcase everything. But really, from a technical aspect, I can see why our owners have looked at him and decided, you know what, this is someone we feel could add something to the first team now. Let's keep him under our watchful gaze. let him work with the squad for the next 1 to 2 years, because he could develop to be a pretty dominant player in the league. And that could be from like a first team perspective, or that could be from a squad perspective. But for this type of money, I think he addresses some things that the team needs. But time will tell whether the step up to a new league will be easy for him. Time will tell whether he acclimatizes with his teammates. You know, time will tell whether he adjusts. Time will tell about a lot of things. But we can at least admire him for the technique that he's showing at the moment. And let's hope that this grand vision plays out in our favor, how we see it going. So my friends, that is all things Renato Veiga. Share your thoughts and opinions. Let us know things about his game that you picked up on and that excited you. Tell us in the comment section. And of course, enjoy your weekend. And I'll see you guys later again with another news video. So thank you for watching. Cool.